You are listening to Charting Wealth for Wednesday, the 21st of December, 2016. Markets are up. That is the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 up just around 0.38, 0.39% for the day. However, what do we see going on? Well, our Heikin Ashi candlesticks, which means average pace in Japanese, tell us the market is actually sliding sideways. We're looking at our two-day chart as we always start. We have nice upward moving trend lines on the weekly and on the two-day chart, but we had our trend line broken on the two-day chart back on the two-day candle ending on December the 16th. And as we see with the candle ending on December the 20th, we actually have a doji, what looks pretty much like a doji, a red doji, which means lots of indecision in the marketplace. We still have an uptrending PPO, price percent oscillator, but we see our derivative oscillator losing energy. And of course, we are still above the weekly trend line, but below the two-day trend line. So we don't have an upwardly moving trade. If we look at our 2-hour chart, what do we see going on? Well, we see the 2-hour chart trying to correct, trying to move above. We've seen the derivative oscillator later in the afternoon taking over. Could have a crossover in the morning, has not happened yet. And we do see sort of a stalling effect occurring since 10 in the morning. The market actually boomed up originally in the morning and then sort of petered off, dropped down around lunchtime and tried to build back up toward the end of the day, but never got higher than where it had at around 10 a.m. with that two-hour candle ending at that point. But you might have a jumping in point. But again, pay attention, watch the charts in the morning, see if you have an entry point on the 2-hour chart, because remember, we've got an uptrending two-day and we have an uptrending weekly chart on the S&P 500. So continue to watch for that. We've dropped down low enough that if we do have this moving up, you may have a good entry point, at least for a bit of a ride, but before we burn out the week and we get into the new year. Now we're going to go back to our two-day chart. We're going to check out the Qs. What is that? That's the NASDAQ 100. What do we see going on there? Well, get a little bit of schizophrenia, although it's starting to change. The good news is the weekly chart, and you could go ahead and call this if you so wish to do so, is trying to cross over at this point. What do we see going on? Well, the reason I said schizophrenia is not confirmed yet, but it's getting awfully darn close. And we see the two-day chart is moving up. Let's check out what's going on the 4-hour chart. It's not crossed over yet. It actually crossed over going down back on the afternoon, at the end of the day on Friday the 16th, and has been sliding sideways and building some momentum. Ended the day with a bit of a downer, but not too bad. Again, up 0.38%, has not yet crossed over going up on the price percent oscillator, and the derivative oscillator is still in the negative. So watch. Maybe if the morning cranks off with a boom, you might have a crossover going here, and you might be able to at least consider, now that the weekly chart is moving in the right direction, jumping in. But again, do that with some caution. Again, now we are not a stock calling service. Of course, you all know we're an education firm, and everything that we talk about doing here is actually with virtual funds, virtual trading. If you don't already have a virtual trading account, then you need to have one, because you need to practice these trades. That's what we're all about. We're not about you just listening. We're about you using our daily market worksheet. We're about you keeping up every day, and we're about you virtually trading, investing, whatever you want to do. It's easy to do. The more you practice it, the better you're going to get at it, so that when you do it with real money, when you start making your own decisions, you're there and ready to do it. Now we're going to move on to gold, which is down 0.74% for the day. We do have a green up candle, simply because there was enough up movement over the course of the prior day of the two-day candle that even with the down movement, the candle is still green. Again, these are two-day Heikin Ashi candlesticks. We do see derivative oscillator gained energy down, and we see also that we're continuing to trend down on the PPO, which is our main indicator. If we look intraday on the 2-hour chart, what do we see? Well, we see on the 2-hour chart gold had crossed over back on noon on the 19th and then had a huge drop in the morning on the 20th and could not recover that. So again, gold confirmed down move for the day, at least on the 2-day chart, and the 2-hour chart has not yet crossed over going down. And honestly, I don't know that I would be jumping in even if it did. It looks like gold is trying to hit a bottom right around 107. Now, there are gold bugs who are saying it'll go all the way down to 990, which 900, of course, because what we're looking at, GLD, is a tenth of the price of gold. So when you see that it closed at 107, $107.79, actually gold somewhere around $1,077.90. So it's about a tenth of what gold's price is. So, if the gold bugs are right and it's going to go all the way down to 900, now you will see when you look at our charts, we've actually done gold and we've done a floor on gold. Our last floor that we were able to find on gold, if I go back to my 2-day chart, is actually somewhere around, about 100. So right around there. So again, that's, just above 100, like 101, right at 100 is where we got it to last time. So we'll see. I mean, it may punch down to there. It could turn around. Again, we're going to let the charts lead us. We're not calling it. We're letting the charts call it for us, but we're going to confirm down move on the weekly and the 2-day at this point. The 2-hour has not yet rotated over. Lastly, the new chart we just started looking at, TLT, the 20-year Treasury Bond Fund. What's it doing? Well, on the 2-day chart, it's trying to cross over, going up. We do have confirmed down moves on the weekly and the 2-day, and of course we are below those on price movements. So simply because that turns over does not mean that we're going to start calling buying Treasury bonds at this point. Remember, we are trend followers. What are we looking for? Well, we're looking for a crossover on the 2-day, then on the weekly, then a pullback on the 2-hour, and then a crossover going up on the 2-hour. That's our jumping in point. We don't have that yet. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate you every day. Guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to record with the new charts we have, with the use now of the 2-hour instead of the 4-hour charts. I'm going to re-record our How to Read a Stock Chart video for you. It's going to be coming out soon. As soon as I get it done, I'm going to let you know. We appreciate you being with us. You appreciate what we do. We ask you to do 2 things for us. Go to iTunes, subscribe to our channel, give us a 5-star rating, say something nice about us. It helps us out so much with the metrics. Additionally, we ask you to go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel there. We're getting, we've got well over 1,500 hardcore subscribers right now, and we so appreciate you. It's one of the first places we upload everything. If you've not already listened to our vertical crossover video, please listen to that. Very proud of it. You'll see the new vision that we have for how we're utilizing the charts and the new visibility of how we can follow trends and make it so much easier for you to know when to enter into a trend, whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend for an inverse fund. If you don't know what we're talking about when we're talking about making money when the market goes down, we're talking about inverse funds. Go online, look up our video, Inverse ETFs, How to Make Money When Markets Crash. You can find that at the Charting Wealth channel on YouTube. You can find it also at Charting Wealth, the website, chartingwealth.com, where you can go sign up for our newsletter. Thank you so much, guys. God bless. Let us hear from you. And Merry Christmas from chartingwealth.com.